What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotic, bringing you our week number 8 battle against the Ottawa Garchomp here for the WPL. Today we have a pretty interesting game for you guys because my matchup is kind of weird, and I have a really good team. You guys know this, we're 6-1, we've been killing teams, but this matchup is kind of weird, and I'll explain why. You guys will see the matchup in a second. You guys will hear it in a second, and you guys will really understand. But you can see the screen right now, and it can be kind of like, well, it makes sense why you think that. So, to start off, we have a team of Tapu Koko with Zemoose, Hawlucha, Nidoking, Alolan Marowak, Zoroark, which starts Z Captain, Zangoose, Pelipper, Gothitelle with Shadow Tag, Ludicolo with Zemoose, Lantern, and Mega Scizor, while our opponent has Thundurus, Therian, which is a Z user, Ferrothorn, Primarina, Z Captain Arcanine, Blastoise, Purugly, Mega Latios, Gliscor, Buzzwole, Z Nihilego, or Nihilego, however you pronounce it, and Glaceon. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because I have Rain. He has Ferrothorn and Blastoise, which are really good against Rain. I have Koko Hawlucha. He has Thundurus Therian, which actually resists the stab of Hawlucha. He has Arcanine from my Mega Scizor. He has Ultra Beast, which can do a really good job of sweeping against me because my team doesn't have a lot of ways to recover from that. I honestly have no switch-ins to Nihilego. None. So I gotta be very careful with that. Honestly, guys, I don't think it's an uphill climb. I think it's a pretty good matchup because I have a lot of things that scare him, but he has a lot of good answers to my most common threats. So let's get into the matchup, let's get into what we actually brought, and we'll get into the battle in a second. So to start off, we have a World Star, our Assault Vest Tapu Koko here, which is obviously Electric Search. We got Timid Nature here, Max Special Attack. We got U-Turn, Thunderbolt, Empower Ice, and Nature's Madness. Nature's Madness is there because I want to chip down the Arcanine, the Mega Latios, the Blastoise, Ferrothorn, Thundurus, everything. I basically have to chip it down or else I'm out of the game. Assault Vest is there because I realized I have no real good answers to his Thundurus, which is scary, and because of that I also decided to bring my Alolan Marowak this week. Mono 64, but the Thick Club we have, I can't remember what the speed is for, I believe at +2 we outspeed the Mega Latios or the Thundurus, one of the two, I could be wrong. I think that's what it's, or I think it's the Nihilego actually. But yeah, we have Adamant Nature, Flame Charge, Shadow Bone, Thunder Punch, and Flare Blitz. T-Punch is there just for the Blastoise. We do a bit more than Shadow Bone, just kind of useful just in case I have to deal with some rolls. So yeah, we then have Crimson Chin, our Mega Scizor here, with the Scissorite, of course. We have, this is a set I worked on pretty hard. I can't remember exactly what it's for, which sucks, but it's a set I just worked on very, very much. Very, very hard. Well, whatever grammar is, I don't know. We have Careful Nature. We are almost max HP, 48 in defense, 176 in special defense, and 36 in speed. Can't remember what the 36 in speed is for. I think it's for Buzzwole. I could be wrong. We have Bullet Punch, U-Turn, Aerial Ace, which is for the Buzzwole, and Roost. I wish I could run Defog. I wish I could run Swords Dance. It would make this game so much easier, but I need to run Aerial Ace for the Buzzwole just in case, and obviously it didn't even show up. We then have Pedro's Bodyguard, our Unburdened Hawlucha with Electric Seed. Max Attack, Adamant Nature, with a small bit of speed, I believe, to outspeed +1. What is it? I think it's +1 Latios. I think that's what it is. Could be wrong. But yeah, we have Acrobatics, High Jump Kick, Roost, and Swords Dance. This set does a lot of work. It actually sets up all of the Arcanine, which is amazing because that thing is going to be a pretty good answer to it, especially if it's late in the game. We then have our Ludicolo here, which is Fightinium Z, Surf, Focus Blast, Giga Drain, and Ice Beam. I want to run Manual Rain this week so I could avoid bringing Pelipper because I didn't think it had the best matchup, but I just couldn't fit it on my team. I needed Giga Drain for the Blastoise, I needed Ice Beam for the Latios, I needed Focus Blast for the Ferrothorn, I needed Surf because obviously Surf in Rain does so much damage. It's also for the Arcanine. So right there I needed those moves, and Fightinium Z is obviously because I want to nuke the Ferrothorn. We then have our Raindrop, which is Pelipper, Damp Rock of course, Bold Nature, Scald, Toxic, U-Turn, and Roost. Max defense, max HP. That's our team, guys. Let's get into the battle because at this point I've been talking long enough. But before we do, if you guys enjoy the content, make sure to hit the like button and of course subscribe to the channel for more awesome Pokemon content. So let's get into it. I'm going to lead off here with my Tapu Koko because it has a pretty good matchup against everything he has. And he leads with the Thundurus. I'm going to click the Nature's Madness no matter what. It knocks the thing down below half. I expected the U-Turn here, but going for knockoff is fine. This probably shows me he's going to be Assault Vest, and I want to confirm that by going for the Hidden Power Ice there. And then now he goes to the U-Turn, and by that damage, it shows me he is 100% Assault Vest. And in comes the Nihilego. I don't know what set this is going to be, but I'm going to go into my Pelipper, get the Rain up, as I assumed he was going to go for the Hidden Power Fire. But he actually goes for the Power Gem, which OHKOs me straight up. But it's okay. I go into my Ludicolo, click Focus Blast here, predicting the incoming Ferrothorn. Of course I miss it. It's me. And then I go for the Giga Drain. He switches out, predicting that. Like, honestly, he plays really well around my rain here as he goes into his Latios on the Focus Blast. I land this one here, which is awesome, and I get the special defense drop, and that's actually pretty important because he can't stay in now on the Ice Beam. And I go for the Ice Beam on the Ferrothorn as he goes back, and now he probably thinks I'm going to stay, not like over predict, but I just go for the Focus Blast here so he gets his rocks. I'm going to pause it right now. So, I'm happy I landed that Focus Blast because now I can fire off my Z Focus Blast here. He's gonna switch. He's gonna stay in. This thing is gonna go down, and that's awesome. Obviously, I had no reason to overpredict there. I'm gonna explain why. Mostly it's because he was taking chip damage from everything I was going for. Obviously, if it was Giga Drain on the Ferrothorn, he's gonna gain that back with leftovers. But just doing chip damage in general was really, really useful. So I had no reason to overpredict there. My Ludicolo was breaking down his team, and I had no reason to overpredict at all. If he stayed in, great. If he switched out, oh well, I can deal with it after. I have coverage for everything. So right here, I'm going to go for my Z Focus Blast, and thankfully he does stay in. He's not Travel Berry because he leftovers, and down goes the Ferrothorn, so thank God that thing is gone. That's really useful. Then comes Latios. I'm going to go for the Ice Beam as he Mega Evolves, and we do a decent chunk of damage, about half to him. And he's going to go for the Zen Headbutt as the rain expires, and I'm going to go for the Ice Beam again, but he goes for the Roost, and this honestly, even though it's not doing 50% with Ice Beam, it's a winning battle for me because if he decides to keep roosting up, I can freeze him. But he does sack off. My Coco does get, not my Coco, what is it called? Ludicolo gets sacked, but I go for the U-turn there, and unfortunately we don't KO him. I wish I was like Hasty Nature now, but I couldn't be. Anyways, he's gonna go for the Earthquake on the switch there. I'm gonna Mega Evolve and U-turn, predicting the Arcanine to come in, which is so annoying for my Scizor, and going to my Marowak. I'm gonna pause it here. I live a Bulldoze and I live a Crunch 100% of the time, so I'm just gonna go for the Shadow Bone here. Wish I'd gone for the Flame Charge. It was probably the better play, but whatever, it's fine by me. Shadow Bone comes out, does a ton of damage to this thing, and now again, in hindsight, I wish I'd gone for the Flame Charge here because I didn't think I thought I was going to outspeed this thing, but unfortunately I don't, so he's going to Scald me. I survived, but again, I wish I'd gone for the Flame Charge and then KO'd it, but Shadow Bone is just as good. And oh my god, I just realized also I was in terrain. I should have gone for the Thunder Punch 100% of the time, like no matter what. Oh, that's a dumb move on my part. Whatever, oh, I'm dumb. I gotta calc with terrain more often because I did not do that there, and that really sucks. But he goes into his Arcanine here. He can KO me with whatever. I'm just gonna sack this off. My Hawlucha's in a pretty good spot to win the game here, and I have Scizor in the back for Bullet Punch as well, so I'm in a pretty decent position. But anyways, I'm gonna go into my Tapu Koko, and I'm gonna click the Nature's Madness here. It's gonna break down the Arcanine. It's gonna do damage to whatever comes in, but he goes into his Latios. That's fine. I outspeed this thing. I can click the Hidden Power Ice, and he's now going to go into his Nihilego, and he's going to go and fire off a Power Gem here. And I'm like, I can live a Power Gem, but you're going to see I die, and that shows me its specs. So I go into my Hawlucha here, my Electricity gets activated, and this, guys, is game. There's no way he can beat me at this point, so I'm just going to go and click my High Jump Kick here, guarantee KO the Nihilego, but he sends in his Arcanine, we get to -1, we still do just under half, and this is really important, so I'm going to pause it now. I'm going to go for Swords Dance here, because with my boost from the Electric Seed and defense, a Wild Charge into a Extreme Speed can't take me out, even though we're in terrain. So that's really important. I can roost off the damage from the what is it called? Extreme Speed. I can roost off the damage from the what is it called? Wild Charge, especially because I'm not going to be a flying typing anymore. He's not going to be doing super effective damage to me, so he's going to have to go for the Flare Blitz, and that's going to do even less damage to me than Wild Charge was doing in terrain. So I'm in a good spot here. I'm going to click Swords Dance here. We're going to get to +1, and this, guys, is game over because he crits me. Yeah, that crit 100% mattered. Like I said before, we lived 100% the Wild Charge plus an Extreme Speed, which sucks. If there was another turn left of what is it called? Terrain, then yeah, it might not have mattered, but because terrain was on its last turn, it definitely did. And that really sucks. I felt like we had a great shot to win that game. We just needed to land high jump kicks and we would have won. But oh well, shit happens. I'm not too mad about this one. Yeah, it kind of sucks that the crit mattered and it kind of cost us the game, but it's not the biggest deal in the world because at the end of the day, we're 6-1 now, or 6-2 now, sorry, and we're in a really good spot for playoffs. We only lost 2-0 because the Arcanine's recoil, and at the end of the day, guys, we're doing good. If this is a league like BBL, which I was honestly getting hacks and it cost me a playoff spot, or it's like getting me really close to costing me a playoff spot, I haven't even played my Week 12 game yet, so hopefully we can sneak into playoffs. But then that's what kind of like gets me a little bit upset or a little bit disappointed. But I mean, it's Mons. What are you gonna do? There's no point in getting salty over it. At the end of the day, it's just whatever. So yeah, guys, you can't win them all. That's this week's lesson. No matter how much you prepare, you never know what the outcome of the game could be. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button. You guys have stayed this long, so why not hit the like button, because there's something you must have liked about it if you're here this long. And hit the subscribe button as well. We are sneaking up on that 500 subscriber mark, and I want you guys to be part of it. If you guys like this kind of stuff, I'm going to try and do some more stuff on my Twitter, so go down in the description, check out my Twitter. While you're there, I also have a Discord server, The Ocean, which is linked in every single one of my videos. And yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.